Welcome to the Selmar Roni Show. My name is Selmar.
And I'm Veronica.
Yes, this week we're talking about come and talk to me, which means we're talking about communication in a relationship. You gotta have plenty of communication, you gotta be open so the relationship can grow and flourish. Right?
Yes, that's true. We're
Yeah.
going to be talking about four different topics. The first one is how you show interest in a relationship, lighthearted communication, communicating who you are as a person, as an individual, and the communication that goes between the couples, communicating issues or concerns that's within the couples. So the first thing is showing interest. So communication always starts because somebody has to say hello. Somebody has to begin this whole love affair or whatever it is that you want to call it. And so that's one of the things that you do.
Right. Showing interest, the same way you did when the beginning when you were trying to court her, you try to get her attention and let her know that you wanted her, liked her, wanted to be in a relationship with her. You keep the same thing going. A good morning
Yes.
text. That right.
So yeah, one of the things that I love that Tamar does, uh, every day he gives me a compliment. He tells me that I look nice today, or your hair is cute, or it might not even be verbal communication. Like today when we were walking, um, I was sweating and looking a whole hot mess to me, and but then he just looked at me. He just stopped and looked at me, and he didn't say anything, but I know he meant. Girl, you look good. And I do the same thing to him. I do the same thing to him. I think he is just like one of the most handsome men I know. So that's like the form of communication that you have to do. You got to keep it up, and that's that for that. You just got to keep it up. The second one is the lighthearted communication.
Yes. Throughout the day, when you're both going to work, separated for however many hours during the day, just send text back and forth for some of the day just to let each other know you're on your mind, you're on their mind. I text her, let her know she's on mine. She does the same. We don't have to text every few minutes, but just to keep up with each other, check on each other, make sure the day is okay because life is crazy. So you just want to make sure people are all right when they're out of your presence.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean that's very important because even if your job does not allow you to text or moments in your job don't allow you to text, it's very important that you communicate with each other to let each other know that you're on their mind, and it doesn't always have to come in the form of text messages. Like for instance, I told you on one episode how he would write notes and put them in my lunch box or put them in my lunch. And so, like throughout the day, if I see that, I know that Selmar is thinking about me, or even if he's not thinking about me at that moment, I know that I begin to think about him when I see the note. So it's just a form of communication. You have to keep it light, like nothing that's major concerns or anything like that, but just let each other know that they're being thought of.
Right. But don't get too carried away with it. Like I said, it's been times when I was like, oh, she didn't text me right back. Oh, she forgot about me. But I understand. You got to understand people are at work, people are busy. You know what I mean? But yeah, just let them know you're on your mind. That's all. Not too crazy. Keep it
Yes.
simple.
And the next form of communication is communicating to your partner who you are as a person. You gotta let each other know what you're passionate about, what your likes, what your dislikes, what your past hurts are. Just communicating who you are as a person. I know that like when our first trip to Lake City, I think it was our first trip to Lake City, Selmar allowed me to listen to one of his songs that he had written. When I listened to that song, number one, it just blew me away as to how good he was. And then other things that I was thinking just kind of fell into place because Selmar is an artist. He's an artist, and people who are artists just think differently. They live their lives differently than people who are everyday Joes. I guess that's the best way you can put it. But when you have a passion, when you are gifted, and you have a passion for to live your gift, not just perform your gift, or not just to, like let other people see your gift. But if you have a passion, if you have a burden to live your gift, then you're a different kind of person. You are a different kind of person. Yes, I am a classroom teacher, but that's not my gift. My gift is to be on a much bigger scale than the four rooms of a classroom. And so, like, I know that I have communicated that with him, and so that's important. You have to communicate who you are as an individual to your partner, so they'll know how to better love you, I guess.
Yes. And to feel, I would say to bring you closer to be comfortable with the person, because the more you share, the more comfortable you are. And I know I'm not the only person like that, because me, the more I opened up to her, the closer I felt, the more comfortable I was. And now, there's really not anything I can't tell her or wouldn't tell her now. I'm good. Now, it's my friend right here, so I tell her everything.
Yeah.
I don't worry about her looking at me crazy no more. And she's done it already. I done told her things already, so it doesn't even matter anymore. It's not that serious. But yeah, just be open. Just be open. The worst they could do is just, like I say, maybe give you a weird look. You know what I mean? But if they love you and accept you, then everything will be all right. Trust me on that.
Yes, I mean, I think that is so important that when you show your partner who you are for real, no jokes, no, oh, I'm hiding this part of my life because that's such and the other. When you show the person who you are and they still love you for who you are, then your relationship will definitely flourish.
Yes. We ain't hiding. We're not hiding anything.
No, no, we're not.
I'm glad to say that. Now that I think about it, we really don't.
No, we don't.
That's good.
No, we don't. The last thing that the last form of communication we believe is communication between each other. When you have concerns, when you have issues, just open communication about everything that's in your relationship. Just like you just said, we don't hide anything from each other. When there is an issue, I know that me myself, I'm gonna say right away, hey, Selmar, uh, I don't like this, like I don't like how you do this, or I don't like it when thus such and the other happens, or I really like when you do that. Like, so we share communications with each other. Like, for instance, if we have scheduling things, if we because like I have a calendar of things that I have to do, and Selmar knows that. Selmar sees my calendar, and so he knows what it is that I have to do throughout the week or throughout the month or whatever. And I know the same thing about him. So we communicate with each other the things that we enjoy, the things that we don't enjoy. And so we just talk about it. Another thing that we do that's going to be a whole nother episode is we have sex therapy. You got to tell each other what you like and what you don't like and what you know what I'm saying. So, like I say, that is a whole another episode that we're
Yeah.
going to talk about. Um, but what we're talking about tonight is we're talking about open communication, the four forms of communications that we have within a relationship.
Yes. Just talk. If this your mate, just talk. If it's your boyfriend, just talk. If it's your girlfriend, just talk. Your husband, your wife, just talk. You should be able to tell this person everything because life is stressful. Get some of that stress off your chest.
Yeah. And you should be each other's best friend in a sense that, like if you have stresses of the outside world or whatever, then this is the person who you should be able to relieve some of those stresses with.
Yeah, true. Now, I get it as a man. You don't want to, be running with every problem you have. You feel like that. You gotta, handle a lot of it on your own as a man. I get that, which is true. But don't be too hard or too hard for yourself. You know what I mean? Just talk.
Yeah.
Talk to her. Let her know something.
And also the more that you get to know each other, you're gonna know when something is not right. I think we've had those moments where something just was not right with him. And I was like, so what's going on? And the more that you get to know each other, the more that that's going to happen. If something is going on and they're kind of like you say, trying to be all men and all that kind of stuff,
You
and
got
not
to.
and keep it yourself. No, don't do that. Share your issues, share your concerns with each other, and just like have a real open communication between the two of you, and your communication will get deeper and it'll get better. So it works. It really
Yeah.
does work. And we've known each other for 6 months, but I feel like we've known each other for a lifetime. Some of the things that he has done and said, it's just crazy. But when it's meant to be, it's meant to be. So recap of the four communications.
Yeah, showing interest like you did in the beginning, you got to do for the whole relationship. Lighthearted communication. Just let them know you're thinking about them throughout the day when you guys are separated physically. Communicate who you are so your mate will know. They're going to know just by time being around you, but help them out a little bit. You know, everything shouldn't be a guessing game. I can't really even hide anything from her before. I done tried. It was like, you know, I didn't have to pull a teeth. She kind of know that anyway. That's how you know they know you. And then, you know, just communicate your concerns. Any you may have, let her know, let him know, and you guys, it'll help things flow easier, flow better. Trust me on that. Nah, yeah.
Yes, and that's our show for tonight. Um, as we always say, like,
It's
share,
like that.
subscribe, leave comments. Oh, one thing that I want to say is that last week we got a lot of good, very good
Oh yeah,
comments, and we should probably shout out to some of the people who made comments if
yeah,
we can remember.
yeah. Shout out to Tristan too for that. Always,
Yes,
Tristan
Tristan, we
always
love
showing
you.
love. Tristan always showing love. We had moms on there. Moms was on there. Shout out to Big Bro on there. My brother, he was on there. A couple of her cousins. These are some of your
Yes.
cousins on there. And
I probably should have looked to see to remember what names. I remember Corinthia. She said that she wanted to leave a comment, and so. But we appreciate your support. We love you. We are having such a great time doing this. I know that Keith said something, made a comment, and so we just appreciate your comments. So keep those comments coming. Like us, share us, tell your friends, copy the links and send it on the email, not email, but text messages and things of that nature. And we will keep bringing you what we got. So we have a new episode coming up next week. So watch us and we'll see you next time. So that's it for the Selmar Roni Show.
oh yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching again. All right, we'll be back next week.
Peace.
Peace for show.